It is the first Sunday after Trump was reelected president of the United States. Isn't that wonderful? Oh, man. It does not get better than this. And there's a lot we got to talk about because a lot of things are coming out. There's a lot of meltdowns going on. And we're also finding out about a lot of things. So, welcome. Yeah, I did not stream on Saturday because I needed a rest. I mean, these last few months, I've been going day and night. And in the last couple of weeks, it was 24 hours a day, just. And I was wiped out yesterday. Oh, man, was I wiped out yesterday. Finally, just like. So here we are. I want to talk about this FEMA director, okay? This racist, black racist, anti-white FEMA director that was fired. You see this? After the hurricane, she instructed relief workers not to give help to people who had Trump signs in their front yard. And they got rid of her, but she should be arrested. She should be sitting in a jail cell over the weekend waiting to be arraigned in a federal court somewhere come Monday morning. There's no doubt about it. Let me put this under my shirt because the wind's blowing and I don't have my wind guard. So let me put this under my shirt. Hold on, guys. Nope. Oh, the magnet won't work through this material. Hold on. Oh, well. You're going to have to deal with it. I'm sorry, guys. Whoa. It's so windy, this almost blew right off the table. So this woman should be, this is criminal. This is criminal. You know, FEMA is supposed to be one of those, like every other federal agency, that doesn't care, okay, good, that doesn't care about someone's race, skin color, ethnicity, creed, political affiliation, gender, sexuality. They're supposed to be blind to all that crap, okay? And this is one of the reasons the Democrats got creamed, because we had a lot of anti-white black racists that have been running the country. You know, basically this FEMA worker, it would be like Joy Reid running the FEMA relief. And this just can't be allowed. Okay, that woman needs to be arrested. She needs to be in jail. What I call the Obamification of the American government. You get that? Obamification of the American government. You know, remember Obama was elected 16 years ago. It's hard to believe. 16 years ago, Obama won his first term. And, yeah, it is shocking, even for the feds. No doubt about it, is it shocking. And I'm sitting here right outside the drive-thru at Starbucks at this table. So everyone that comes through the drive-thru, they look at my hat. This one woman, she did like a double take. What? Just so by. So we'll see. But it really gives you an indication of what was to come if the Democrats would have won this election, not Donald Trump, right? I mean, that's very shocking, even from these radical lunatics, that she would openly tell people under her command not to help people who have MAGA signs in front of their house. And no one turned her in. It was as if that was acceptable, right? So how much of that's been going on in the government in the last 3.5, almost 4 years, right? And now Nikki Haley and Pompeo. Now Pompeo has been on TV so many times over the last couple of years trashing Trump. But Nikki Haley, this is the deal with Nikki Haley, okay? And by the way, if you're new to my channel, my name is Brian Craig. This is where MAGA comes to talk. Make sure you subscribe if you're new. And everyone who's already subbed, do me the favor of liking the video if you don't mind. Okay, so Nikki Haley, okay? I've talked about this a few times, but because Nikki Haley's in the news, it needs to be talked about again, because I think everybody needs to hear this about Nikki Haley. When they shot Trump, and then they tried to kill him again at the golf course, but when they shot Trump in Butler, it was an act from God himself that stopped Trump from being hit full head on with that shot. He got hit in the ear, but a millimeter either way, that would have been it. And you got to remember, on that day in Butler, President Trump had not yet announced J.D. Vance. J.D. Vance had not been announced yet. So what would have happened? What would have happened? And let me tell you something. Trump knows. What I'm going to tell you, Trump knows this times 1,000 because he knows all the inner workings and all the details from everything and everybody that's been going on. And believe me, he will be getting to the bottom of the plot in Butler and at the golf course here in Florida. But if God forbid that never Trumper would have been successful in Butler, what would have happened? It would have been chaotic for the Republicans because President Trump had not yet named his running mate, J.D. Vance, Vice President-elect J.D. Vance. So what would have happened? Well, there would have been talk who's going to get the nomination. Now, Don Jr. and Eric and the Trump family may have come out and said, well, Dad was going to pick J.D. Vance and try to push him forward, but that wouldn't have flown. But their plan was this, to nominate Nikki Haley. Nikki Haley, because she was very far behind, but second in the number of delegates in the primaries, the Republican establishment would have nominated Nikki Haley and probably Ron DeSantis as her running mate here in Florida. Okay, that's the plan. That was their plan. Nominate Nikki Haley and probably Ron DeSantis as the running mate. That was the plan. Most definitely nominate Nikki Haley. She was second place in the delegates, and that's what they would have done. Now, who would have won that election, Nikki Haley versus Kamala? It's hard to say, but I would think probably Nikki Haley because the military-industrial complex that wants endless war would have done it. So, believe me, Trump knows that and a lot more. So that's why she's out with her man hands and sex with men she's not married to in the family car and parking lots and behind restaurants and in her government office. What a scummy person she is. There's no doubt in my mind that coffee is so damn hot. Holy smokes, it's got to cool off before I drink anymore. It's like McDonald's coffee back in the 80s and 90s. Oh my goodness. It's that hot, if you remember that boiling McDonald's coffee. So that was their plan. I have no doubt in my mind that was their plan. So Nikki Haley is out. She needs to be out for good. She's very, very bad person. So I'm very glad to hear that she's going to have no role. No role. I mean, these are sick, twisted, warped people. By the way, later today, yeah, Pompeo's out. He's been trashing Trump on Fox News over the last couple of years about January 6th and things like this. Later today, I'll have a new podcast with my wife, so don't miss the podcast, guys. And for that troll that was saying dictator, President Trump won the popular vote. In fact, he turned, how many counties turned red in California? 5? 4 or 5 counties that were blue, Democrat counties in California turned red for Trump, so I don't want to hear any of that. Dictator, give me a break. But there's a lot that has to be looked into. I'm sorry. I know they want to call it revenge and, none of this should be looked at. Listen, we won. But that doesn't wipe away the crimes that they've been doing. They shot him. They killed Corey. They shot 2 MAGA men in the stands. Okay? On top of all the other things they did. Trump's just supposed to, I won, it's all, we're going to start over now. That's just politics. Bullshit. That's just politics. You can't let these hardcore criminals just, that's politics, move on, okay. I mean, that's my opinion. Do you agree with me on that, yes or no? I mean, justice needs to be done. This Judge Mercan, there needs to be, whose daughters raised $100 million. from Democrats. All this needs to be investigated. The snowflakes are melting. Yeah, let them shave their heads and take vows of silence. We're not going to have sex with you. Well, half the Democrat guys are not into that kind of stuff anyway. Shave your heads and, and say you're not going to have sex for 4 years. Who cares? Good. That means fewer liberal babies. Welcome, everyone. I love Trump, too. Welcome, welcome. I'm a little behind on my coffee. I was out of coffee at home. This is usually my second cup, but it's only my first. Well, Kari Lake's still over 30,000 behind. So it's not looking good for Kari Lake. I'd like her to be able to pull it through, but it's not looking good. I know they shave their head and say, we're not going to have sex. No, who wants to have sex with these bald liberal girls, right? Give me a break. Nobody wants to have sex with you bald Democrat girls. I'm sorry. Unless there's some people out there that have bald fetishes. Wayne, nothing's going to happen. We just kick their butts. We won. We won. So many people, you're so used to losing these last 4 years. You can't accept. You got to enjoy your win. Trump could put Kari Lake in the administration. I don't know what he would do. I was suggesting last week ambassador to Mexico would be very good for her. I kind of like that. Well, Trump has got more votes than he did in 2020. As the counting's not done yet. I think press secretary is too low for Kari Lake. No, I am not armed. No, I am not armed. I need to be armed to have my coffee. No, I saw yesterday he had more votes than in 2020 already, and it's going up. No, don't worry about the House. We'll get those House seats. Don't you worry. A lot of these House seats can be decided by a couple hundred votes. Alex Jones, be realistic, Ursula. Alex Jones is not going to be hired by Trump. Mm-hmm. Sage Steele would be good. I like Sage Steele. But this is what this election really shows you is where the country is, right? I mean, look at Mayor Adams. He cut off the illegals with their debit cards. Sorry. These illegals that are protesting, we got to get rid of Trump and all. Who the freak do they think they are? They're in the country illegally, and they're marching, saying Trump's got to go, and they're not leaving. Who do they think they are? Who do they think they are? Exactly. But you can see immediately, a lot of people that are Democrats have been held hostage by this vile regime of Kamala Harris and Joe Biden. We're not going to be talking about Kamala too much anymore. But don't miss my podcast today. My wife and I upload it later today. We've got some very good stuff that we're going to be sharing with you that you will not want to miss, that I'm not going to get into here. Yeah, Alex Jones, it would not be good to have Alex Jones in there. President Trump has been planning who he's going to pick for the last 4 years. He knows what to do. You've always got to trust in Trump. I told you guys, always trust in Trump. Trump may bring somebody in that you don't like, that I don't like. He knows what he's doing, which he's just demonstrated, right? And, with what happened in this election, things are going to be different moving forward in future elections. Tariffs aren't going to hurt us. They're going to help us. They'll hurt China. They'll hurt Europe. They'll hurt the foreign countries. Liberals are so stupid. They just repeat the shit that these liberal assholes on MSNBC say, like they know what they're talking about. Sorry to use the profanity, guys, but I mean, these people are just stupid. Tariffs are going to hurt. They don't even understand. Yeah, they want to tell you that import taxes, raising taxes on China and these other countries to import, that taxes will raise prices. But raising taxes on business owners in this country, that doesn't raise prices. Just so stupid. See, America has the largest economy in the world. The United States not only is the largest economy in the world, we are the largest consumer economy in the world too. So all these countries around the world, they want to sell us their crap. So the only way that the import taxes, the tariffs will go up is if they have unfair tariffs against us. As an example, if the EU has a 35% tariff on any American goods, they're going to have a 35% tariff importing goods here. But if they have a 5% tariff, they'll only have a 5% tariff importing into the United States. That's what he's going to do. He's going to equalize it. And for countries like Iran, Iran's got to be shut down. There was another assassination attempt by Iran on President Trump. They made the arrest on Friday. I mean, this is endless. The Iranians, this was going on in his first term. It's ever since he took out that Iranian general, Soleimani. The Iranians have been nonstop after President Trump. That's why he's been holed up in Fortress Mar-a-Lago. And let me tell you something, guys. You should see the security at the security at Mar-a-Lago is many times what it was in his first term. They've got the robot dogs running around. They've got military, U.S. Coast Guard, armed U.S. Coast Guard boats in the Intercoastal Waterway patrolling the area. There's helicopters everywhere. It's I might do a little bit of a vlog there, but I don't want to show too much. But it's it's mainly because of Iran, and it's enough of Iran. And what a monster Joe Biden is. How many assassination attempts have there been by Iran on President Trump? How many? We just had this one on Friday. There was one a month or two ago. He should be out there immediately telling Iran what the deal is. And what Trump's going to do, it's more than just a U.S. embargo against Iran. Trump is going to tell, this is what he did in his first term, he's going to tell the world, if you do business with Iran, you will not be doing business with the United States. So if you're Belgium and you're getting your oil from Iran, good luck to you. No business with the United States, Belgium. And he's going to do it. They have to. That government needs to go, and they've got a very young population over there that wants change. They need to set the stage for them to bring change to Iran. We can't have Iran just having hit squads all over the country trying to take out American presidents. I'm sorry. It's not going to be allowed. Mm-mm. Exactly. I mean, that's just the way it is. It is a beautiful day here in Florida. But I'm still going to take a break today. You guys, I have been going. You've seen just how much I've been on YouTube and on the radio and podcasting. The last month, I've been up almost 24 hours a day. I mean, this election was that important. This was not only the most important election of our lifetime, most important election for the rest of our lifetimes. This election was just as important as the 1860 election. And for you troll liberals out there, that's when Lincoln was elected to his first term. And these people in the media, MSNBC and all this, Joy Reid, they need to be fired. They're so irresponsible. I mean, Joy Reid is saying that Hispanic women who voted for Trump are everybody's racist except Joy Reid. Everybody's racist. I mean, she's like a black Klansman. and what's going on The View and all that. They're in a state, and the country is not with them. I mean, what they're doing is just total hate speech disguised as news. That's right. Now, if you'd like to support my program, go to mypillow.com, use my promo code Kane at checkout, Kane. You can save up to 80% off top MyPillow products. The Christmas specials just got released, and the MyPillow sheets, huge deal on the sheets, and the MyPillow flannel sheets. I have 2 sets of the flannel sheets. They're spectacular. They'll keep you warm and toasty all winter long. And there's a huge discount on those with my promo code Kane. Remember, free shipping on all orders over $75, and you can use my promo code on all the specials at mypillow.com. Promo code Kane, Kane, at checkout at mypillow.com. And every time you make a purchase, you're supporting all of my content. Okay, everything, a radio show, podcast, YouTube channel, everything. Oh man, but yeah, I mean the country is just fed up with this what's passing as liberalism today. 51 in Fort Worth. I don't know what the temperature is here. It's in the 70s, high 70s. Got to be in the probably 80s today, no doubt. Yeah, everybody that comes out of the drive-through, there's a curve here, so they have to slow down right in front of me and turn, and everybody looks at my hat. Oh yeah, here come the potheads. I'm so glad the legalization of recreational marijuana failed here in Florida. I voted against that, and thankfully it did. I was shocked. I thought for sure that was going to pass, but it did not. 49, holy smokes. That 48, 49 degrees, that is the dead of winter here in Florida. Yeah. If it was 48, 49 degrees, I don't even know if I'd be sitting out here. If I did, I'd be all bundled up with a winter hat on like Tim Pool, except it'd be to keep my head warm, not to cover up a bald spot like Tim Pool. Now, another thing, too, you may have heard some of these Democrat lunatic YouTubers are talking about a mass exodus of subs, followers, and members and all this stuff. You've seen any of this talk, like Pac-Man? I don't watch any of these guys. I mean, I know who Pac-Man is. I don't watch him. What's happened with these guys, and they're too arrogant to understand, is, these leftists, right, that have these big channels on YouTube or podcast and such, they've been artificially propped up by the Democrat Party. The Democrat Party has been funding, and they may not even be aware of this, but the Democrat Party has been funding promotions of their programs, their YouTube channels, their podcast, whatever other platforms they may be on, to bring people there. You can do that. That's how Ben Shapiro became so popular. You could spend money and have your podcast or YouTube channel put in people's feeds. And these Democrats, like Pac-Man and others, knowing, maybe they know about it, maybe they didn't, they've had Democrats funding marketing of their platforms. And now that it's over, people are fleeing because it was artificial. And I did see on Twitter, and I saw the quartering talk about it, and the guy on the quartering, you guys watch the quartering? The guy on the quartering, he's got to stop moving around like this all the time. He looks like a tweaker. Do you see this guy? He's always moving around. He can't sit still. He's like this all the time. He's just nuts. But he was talking about this, and I saw Pac-Man on Twitter, and he was talking about he lost thousands and thousands of followers, like in one night. and he has, I think he is generally confused about how this happened. He doesn't understand what I told you. And the same goes for a lot of this media. Okay, a lot of this left wing Trump hating media, MSNBC, The View at ABC, and others are being funded by big Democrat donors through advertising. They buy advertising on MSNBC or on The View to inflate the revenue coming into all this news. Well, they didn't deliver. Trump just got reelected. So what's going to happen is a lot of the MSNBC, The View, and a lot of these other liberal platforms, they're going to lose their advertising support because they were only advertising on them to promote anti-Trump crap. And they failed because President Trump got elected to a second and non-consecutive term. So there's going to be a big change in the media because they're losing the support. Now, most of them are not going to do what Pac-Man did and go public with it. But that's what's going on. What do you mean, do I get paid by it like Tim Pool? No, I don't have Tim Pool money. I don't have a mansion with a skate park in it, no. I don't know what that means. I mean, I do make money. Yes, I make a living. Don't you? Don't we all have to make a living? How do you think I pay to live? Yeah, it's 6:35 here on the East Coast if you're watching live. So the left-wing mainstream media and all these different platforms, and that goes for social media as well, it's going to slowly, some of it's going to start to fade away because they're losing their financial support. All the 5 million, no, I don't know. Yeah, Tim Pool. I like how these, who all got the money from Russia? Tim Pool. Oh, shoot. Who's the Trump-hating conservative gay guy? I forgot his name. I forgot his name. You guys know who I'm talking about? Again, I'm behind on my coffee. Lauren Chen. Yeah, the Lauren Chen. Yeah, Rubin. Dave Rubin. Yeah. Yeah, no, I didn't get the Russian money. Yeah, Dave Rubin. Yeah. Now this is just me. I don't think Tim Pool says that much. Does he? I don't think he says very much. Same with the quartering. I don't think I don't think he says too much either. I think they kind of just state just the obvious. I don't think they take a strong position. I've been with Trump from day one. I never wavered. Didn't see me promoting anybody else. Yeah, Lauren Chen. Where is Lauren Chen? Is she hiding in China? I do like Patrick Bet David. Yeah, I do watch Patrick Bet David. I really want to, he is here in South Florida. Where I'm at, not too far. I did a live stream in front of his studio, if you guys remember, a few months ago. And I would love to be able to be invited there and make a video, a YouTube vlog of the inside of his studio, which is just spectacular. It's a renovated bank building. I do like Patrick Bet David, and I don't like too many people so that have shows, but I like Patrick Bet David. Yeah, I mean, I would love to get an invite to be on Patrick Bet David. I don't really do interviews. Very few. I turn down interviews. I don't do interviews too much, but that one I would do in a heartbeat. Are you kidding? Hey, how you doing? Didn't I tell you we were going to win?
Yeah, you predicted it.
I told you last weekend, nothing to worry about.
I'm very happy.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, Patrick. Yeah, the studio, Patrick Bet David's studio, is in the bank vault. He bought a bank building. It's not a big bank building. It's one story, and he renovated the whole thing. And the vault is what he turned into his studio. So I'm assuming where everybody signs on the wall in the back, those were the safe deposit boxes, I'm guessing. I've not been inside the EIB studio, but I've been by the building. No, he's just a guy here at Starbucks getting his coffee. He's a MAGA guy, and last week he was really panicking. I was live streaming here last Saturday. When I shut the stream off, he started talking to me. He was in a panic. I walked him off the edge. I know. Well, he's an old guy. Trump is back. That's right. America's throat was cleansed. Oh, there's nothing wrong with prayer. I always pray. Absolutely. You can never pray enough. That is for sure. Yeah, he did move. He's got a new thing going on. But I don't know if he's still doing the show from that bank building, if he still has that or not. Michael Cohen, you're going to find that you see Michael Cohen less and less on CNN. These people have not served their purpose, right? Michael Cohen and all these people, they had one purpose. They were paid and hired by all these people for one purpose: to stop Trump from getting reelected. And since Trump got reelected, none of them delivered on what they were paid to do. So you're going to start to see a lot of these people disappear. And and look at all this financial mismanagement coming from the Kamala campaign. Those are campaign finance violations. They were breaking the law with what they were doing. And what you're going to find soon is how much they paid all these celebrities like Harrison Ford of Star Wars fame. And I was talking to my wife about this. Actors aren't really receiving residuals anymore like they used to in the old days because of streaming. They're not getting residuals. So there's a lot of actors like Harrison Ford that really, they have no revenue stream coming in. If you watch Star Wars, you watch it on, an app, a streaming app. Harrison Ford's not getting anything, or Indiana Jones. So a lot of these A-list actors they do things for a lot less money than they used to. They were getting paid by Kamala to come out and endorse her. And I cannot wait to find out how much they paid these different celebrities. Oh. The Kamala, I really, this idea that the election's over and all these people should just be forgotten. The financial irregularities in the Kamala Harris campaign, that needs to be investigated too. These are campaign finance violations. I give you an example. The Call Her Daddy pie. Did you see this? They spent 6 figures to build a replica of her studio so Kamala didn't have to travel to see her. Yeah, she paid Oprah $1 million for that. It was like with the FEMA money, it was a slush fund. The Kamala Harris for President campaign was a slush fund to pay all their friends off and get rich off of. Well, they haven't paid, while they paid Harrison Ford and Beyonce and Oprah, they didn't pay a lot of their vendors for these venues. And Trump said yesterday that he'll pay the vendors with the RNC money. Yeah, Cardi B got 20. Oh my goodness. So that most definitely needs to be investigated. I thought that was class act, though, when Trump said he'll pay the vendors. Yeah, I'm sure J-Lo got paid. I haven't heard that on J-Lo, but of course they got paid. Daddy, is that what she called Willie Brown? Daddy? Well, wait until the Diddy trial comes and we start getting some really big names out of that. Everything they did, everything failed. And I'm so glad that Trump won the popular vote, because that's a mandate in the eyes of everybody, right? If he just won the Electoral College, all you would hear them saying is, well, Kamala won the popular vote. He didn't win the popular vote. But he did win the popular vote, so they can't say that now. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep.
They're not like
No, these are individual. These aren't. He's not. Trump isn't going to pay like J Lo. The people that deliver the tables and chairs to the events aren't getting paid, right? Those kind of people, and those are small business owners. And Trump paying those vendors with the RNC fundraising, that's a smart move. That's you got how many of those people will be red pilled? How many of those vendors that Trump pays will become MAGA because he stands up and does the right thing? I think that's an amazing idea. Trump's so smart. It's amazing. Absolutely amazing. Getting our yeah, like I just tell you the sea change. I am sitting here at Starbucks, and there's three of us wearing MAGA hats. Last weekend it was just me. Now there's three guys here wearing MAGA hats. These guys are like in the closet, hiding, like Anne Frank in the attic. Can you imagine? Think about that. In front of Starbucks, three guys wearing Trump hats. And did you ever think you'd see that? That's right. Carrie Lake should start a podcast. Mm-hmm. No, the guy that was messing up the mic should not get paid. I agree with that. Who sabotaged the mic? Mm-hmm. Trump is he is definitely a media genius, a political genius. I mean, this is the biggest comeback, not just politically. This is the biggest comeback of any American in the history of the United States. Can you think of a comeback bigger than Trump's? They shot him. They arrested him. They got a mugshot. They tried to bankrupt him. They got these ridiculous fake convictions against him. Come on. Come on. I think press secretary's too much of a step down for Carrie Lake. Don't you? No, that's too much of a step down. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, everybody loves Carrie. Who doesn't love Carrie Lake? Oh, look, so we got some liberal with Russian writing here. Give me a break. Scott Jennings is amazing. He should have his own show on CNN. I love it. He takes on these whole liberal panels and just fillets them. I'm sure Candace Owens would love to be press secretary. Unfortunately, she's a Holocaust denier who was trashing Trump. So, no, she's out. Candace Owens is out. She screwed up, just like Ron DeSantis. Mm-hmm. Why? I don't know why people are talking. Is it the same person over and over saying Alex Jones for press secretary? That's a horrible idea. Oh, everybody loves Carrie Lake. Who doesn't love Carrie Lake? Mm-hmm. Joe Rogan. Yeah, he got off the fence there a little bit. I mean, this is just the popular vote win of President Trump shows where the country really is. It's not for any of this woke DEI crap. I'm really curious to see what Trump does with all these transgendered people in the military that are doing drag shows on TikTok and switching in and out of their uniforms. I'm dying to know how he handles that. Now, he also said this over the weekend. President Trump said he's going to issue an executive order forbidding anyone in any agency of government colluding with the media. DeSantis for White House dishwasher. I like it. DeSantis is angling to be the FEMA chief, or get Marco Rubio appointed to a cabinet position and try to become our senator here. Laura Trump is the best. Laura Trump, I mean, she's played such a big role in this. Dan Bongino's head of the Secret Service. Absolutely. Chicken Show, just subscribe. Welcome. Yeah, if you're new, subscribe. And if you're already subbed, do me the favor of liking the video. Peter Ducey for press secretary? I don't think so. I don't think so. His father hates Trump like the plague. Steve Ducey, jerk. Tom Fitton is not an attorney, by the way. It's very strange. When I found that out, I was shocked. Tom Fitton is not an attorney, even though he's the head of Judicial Watch. I like Rubio a lot. He's one of my senators here, but does he look like... I don't think he's Secretary of State material. We need him where he's at. Laura Trump is the best. She needs to stick exactly where she is. Oh, yeah. A lot of generals will be fired. No, Alex Jones for press secretary is insane. That's an insane idea. In the first campaign, he was very anti-Trump in the first campaign. But he's grown up. He has definitely grown up. I don't know if Kayleigh McEnany can go back. I mean, does her husband still play baseball? She's the breadwinner for her family. I don't think she can afford to go work at the White House. Judge Jeanine for Attorney General? I don't know about that. Will he pardon Hunter? I would not have a problem. If Trump pardoned Hunter, I think that would be fine. But his dad should pardon him. Who cares what he said? I know he said that he wouldn't pardon him. Well, I don't know. Did he say it or did Jean-Pierre say it for him? He should pardon Hunter, Joe. Who wouldn't pardon their kid? Why not? He's not going to run again. Well, who do you think Joe Biden will pardon Hunter or Trump? Trump or Biden? Which will pardon Hunter? I think Joe should. I mean, I wouldn't let my kid have that over their head. I'd pardon them, wouldn't you? Oh, yeah, Scott Pressler's amazing. Yeah, Joe should definitely pardon Hunter Biden. If he doesn't, it shows what a scumbag he is. Bongino for head of Secret Service is a very good idea. But, Dan Bongino, he does his radio show and podcast. He makes a lot of money. Is he in a position financially to walk away from that and go run the Secret Service on a government salary? This woman, she's just staring at me with this terrible look on her face at my MAGA hat, driving really slow. I was waiting. She was giving me that. She was like this. Yeah, lady, we just won the election. And since Trump won the popular vote, if you don't support Trump, you're in the cult. You're in a cult. A Karen? Yeah, well, Bongino didn't say he would head the Secret Service. He said he would be happy to do whatever he could do to help. Alina Habba, White House counsel? Absolutely. That's a good pick. Whoever Trump picks will be fine. Oh, yeah, Pompeo's out. I'm so glad he announced that Pompeo's out. Pompeo was trying to weasel his way back in with Nikki Haley. Yeah, Lois Frankel. I know. I don't think Haley could afford to take the job. She's supporting her whole family. Clint Eastwood's like 92. Have you seen Clint Eastwood lately? It looks like Elon Musk is Trump's best friend now, doesn't it? 94, oh my goodness. Kamala Harris is done. She may end up the president of Howard University or the president of her sorority. She's going to spend the rest of her life drinking wine with her sorority sisters. I don't want Candace Owens anywhere near Trump. She's an anti-Semite, a Holocaust denier, and she was really trashing Trump last year pretty bad. You don't want Candace Owens anywhere around Trump. She's bad news. She started her career as a never-Trumper, and she really went after him early last year. Any woman who shaves her head, doing these Britney Spears things, they're nutcases. No, can't trust Candace Owens. You don't want an anti-Semitic Holocaust denier in the Trump administration.
She was more disappointed than me. They got scallion pancakes. I mean, they got stuff. I still want to go there.
Well, a lot of people are conservative and hate Trump. Remember she did this rant about a year or so ago, trashing Trump, that she had advice and he wouldn't take her advice, and he's too old to understand how social media works. Some guys here at Starbucks. Mm-hmm. I don't understand the question, Chicken Joe. Rick Renell? I love Rick Renell. Candace is bipolar. It would not surprise me. She did a really good interview, though, with this CIA whistleblower this week that I watched about half of it. It's very good. Vice presidents, once they're done and lose, they're done. You rarely hear from them again. Barron did a lot. Oh, yeah. Barron did a lot. Got a honk for the hat there. Guy honked and waved with the MAGA hat, as opposed to these stares I'm getting from these Karens. No, Lindsey Graham, no. Yeah, Pence. Exactly. They retire.
I don't watch it. Food channel. I used to watch all that shit a long time ago, but not anymore.
Oh, JD's awesome. Now, in Ohio, because JD's only 2 years into his term, so he's going to have to resign. So the governor will appoint a replacement, but will they have to have a special election, or will the governor appoint someone to finish JD's term? Every state's different, so I don't know what happens in Ohio. But I wouldn't mind seeing Vivek take that Senate seat. But yeah, that would be good.
I really wanted that
Mm-hmm.
to be good.
Stephen Miller, now that would be a great press secretary. I love Stephen Miller. He doesn't take any crap. Mm-hmm. Graham's a snake. Graham gravitates to whoever the strong man is in the room at the time. Well, appoint, but is when the governor of Ohio, he appoints, do they finish the term, or is it only until there's a special election? See, that's I don't know, because there's 4 years left, remember, of J.D. Vance's Senate term. So that, I don't know. Why aren't I in the studio? Because I'm having my morning Sunday coffee. I'm kind of relaxing. I mean, you know how tired I am? Oh, my goodness. I have been going 24 hours a day for the last few weeks. How many times have you seen me live streaming at 2 a.m. when I've got to be on the air at 6 a.m. at the radio station in the last few weeks? That's why I didn't do any YouTube streams yesterday, because I was just so tired. And today, I don't know what I'm going to do. My wife's already putting up the Christmas decorations, so we already got our tree up. It has no decorations on it yet, so I got to dig out our Christmas decorations from the garage today. Oh, yeah, definitely needed a break. Well, I will have a podcast with my wife later today. Jim Jordan taking Vance's seat. Now, that would be nice. That would be nice. I'd like that a lot, Jim Jordan. I forgot. Yeah, he's from Ohio. Tulsi for Secretary of State. I don't know why. I mean, we don't really know too much about Tulsi. We need to, whatever Trump does, I'll support, but we don't know too much about her yet. We always put our Christmas stuff up before Thanksgiving. We took down all the Halloween decorations, and my wife had me get the Christmas tree out at the same time. Mm-hmm.
can't lie. I don't like that dude. It's fucking too rough or something, extra soft. I don't like kale. If they chopped it up or something so fine, I really like it.
Jim Jordan, I'd rather see him in the Senate. Would he wear a jacket, though, if he's in the Senate? He'd have to wear a jacket. He may not want to do it just for that. Whoever Trump picks is going to be confirmed. He's got all the momentum on his side. He's not going to have any problems getting people confirmed. None. He already knows who he's picking for everything. We don't know, but he knows. Believe me, he knows. Scott Pressler, what he's doing is good. I mean, I'd like to see him get an official job with the RNC. You know.
That's in the Meisner Park. I like it. I was here a couple of times.
Yeah, he's already got all the. He's got everyone picked already. Just hasn't announced it yet. Chelsea for the Joint Chiefs. Is she still in the National Guard? You're going to promote her to 4-star general from Lieutenant Colonel in the Hawaiian National Guard? That's a big promotion. I need Tulsi to prove herself a little bit more before I trust her. Now, if Trump makes her cabinet secretary, we'll see which one he gives her, you know. Northern Ireland, welcome. Oh, yeah. Absolutely, Trump has a plan. Oh, Mitch McConnell's out. You know, and these neocons are trying to stop Rick Scott from being the Republican leader in the Senate. Yeah, I've known Scott Pressler for years. He's a good guy. I've known him before he was famous. Before you guys knew him, I knew him. General Flynn is not going to be the head of the Joint Chiefs. Jim Jordan being the senator from Ohio would be pretty good. No, he's he's very tall. He is, if you've ever met, he is like 10 feet tall. Amsterdam, welcome. No, they're still counting. Well, don't worry, we'll have the house. Are you kidding me? We'll have the house. They all say they're not interested till they get the offer. But maybe Jim Jordan's not popular statewide, and he's got a lifetime spot in his House seat, and maybe he's afraid if he goes statewide in Ohio, it won't be a lifetime gig for him. You know? And not only is Scott Pressler 10 feet tall, he wears like boots with heels on them. You know, and they act like MAGA's homophobic. Scott Pressler's not just gay, he's very openly gay. And he's one of the big heroes of the MAGA movement that all the MAGA people love. Mm-hmm. They say we're anti-immigrant. First lady's an immigrant. Elon Musk, who's President Trump's best friend's an immigrant. No rhinos. Rick Grinnell is gay, yeah. But Rick Grinnell, he runs Newsmax. Charlie Kirk's amazing. I mean, Charlie Kirk got us the youth vote. We need Charlie Kirk to keep doing what he's doing. You know, Charlie Kirk has been successful at doing what the Christian Coalition thought they were doing in the 80s and 90s. Mm-hmm. Have you all liked the video and subscribed to my channel? I don't know if I'm going to do another live stream or not today, but I'll definitely have a podcast online later today here on the channel. Well, being originally from Ohio, I'm partial to people from Ohio. Should Elon buy CNN? I don't know. See, cable news is kind of irrelevant. You know, Elon did so much for us. You know, his endorsement helped a lot, more than people realize. But keeping the free flow of information on Twitter, on X, going played a big role. All these things we've been talking about the last few weeks since Kamala has been on the scene would have been blocked with those liberals that ran Twitter. And I don't think Johnson's going to get replaced. You know, Johnson was standing up there next to Trump at the victory party. So, no. Yeah, Rachel Levine is out, yes. Ron Paul, I don't know about that. Trump's not going to have anybody around him who's anti-Israel. Oh, yeah. The executive orders have already been written. They're just adding to the pile every day. I would love for him to do the whole government from Mar-a-Lago. But he's going to return to the White House. But I would rather him run the country from Mar-a-Lago. Wouldn't you?
I'm the same way. Dude, I'm the same fucking way. Trust me. I won't vote.
Oh, that would be beautiful. But he'll be running it from the White House. You trolls are in a cult. Trump won the popular vote. You're in the minority. You're in a cult. A cult of never-Trumperism. The never-Trumper cult. That's exactly right. Yeah, Mar-a-Lago. It's already the Florida White House, the Southern White House, whatever you want to call it. Oh, my coffee's finally kicking in. No, we don't want any never-Trumpers around. How you doing? Some more MAGA people. There's like 5 MAGA people sitting out here in front of Starbucks. They're all out of the closet. He can't run for a third term. It's against the law. It's unconstitutional. I would. If he could, I would. But no. Believe me, I would. MAGA's cool, yeah. All the MAGA people are coming out of the closet now. That's right, J.D. Vance will be the second MAGA president. You just can't rewrite the law. That's a constitutional amendment. Those are very difficult to pass. It would never pass. You got to get 3/4 of the House, 3/4 of the Senate, then 3/4 of the states. It would never pass. Yeah. MAGA's a global movement. It sure is. No getting around it. The term limits on Congress, though, that's not a bad idea. But Congress would never pass that law. So, you know, keep dreaming. That's not going to happen. Now, listen, guys, make sure you subscribe. If you're new, those of you that already subscribed, do me the favor of liking the video. My name's Brian. This is where MAGA comes to talk. Thanks for watching. I'll see you later on my